I took a little tumble yesterday. It looks like I'm pregnant. I'm just gonna say that I am not. So my original plan for us today was to do a little beach adventure, to go to the bookstore because I really want to bring back my nighttime reading habit, but not with my Kindle because I have a tendency to read longer than I should if I have it, because I can just keep going and going and going when I'm in bed, and then I read for a lot longer than I want to. So I wanted to go to the bookstore and to do a little beach walk, not the farmer's market. We're switching things up today, but I took a little tumble yesterday. You can kind of see it right there. Had a little spill in the backyard, which is always fun. Definitely grateful that it was only like a light tumble, but I did go for a walk this morning and my ankle is kind of feeling it. So I'm not sure how truly active I want to be today. It's one of those days where I have a lot that I wanted to accomplish, but I'm not sure how much of it I will actually accomplish because I just want to be really gentle and really intentional with moving, because I've already tried to do things a little bit quickly and like my right ankle feels a little funny. It just feels a little sensitive. Like I just need to be very mindful about not doing quick movements, as well as like my right knee. My left side is more so bruised, the right side kind of twisted to accommodate. So yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna get up to today, other than we're gonna do some money things, which, to be honest, I feel like ever since I really started healing how I feel about money and just changing my energy around money and kind of dealing with money in a new way, it's just felt a lot easier. It's felt a lot better. It hasn't felt as hard. I don't find that I'm as fearful with money. We can do like a whole podcast episode on that at some point, but I do need to sit down and pay a team member today. I need to pay my Pinterest manager. I need to just kind of look at the numbers things because it's also the first of the month, but I just want to do a bunch of stuff today and hopefully we can get a lot of things done in the most gentle way possible, and what we don't get done today, we will get done tomorrow. Not a ton, but I figured I'd answer them for anybody else who's kind of aspiring to be a content creator on how I create reels, more so the like what I'm using to up the quality of it. So I actually use my vlogging camera. I have a couple of cameras on hand that I've invested in over the years, but this camera that you're currently seeing is one that I use as kind of an in-between for a lot of stuff. So it's a basic Canon G7X, but the thing I like the most about shooting content on this is that it's easier to focus. So if I'm pulling away, like if I'm doing outfit shots, any of that kind of content, I don't have to worry about things not being in focus. So my Fujifilm, which is what I shoot all of my sit down videos on, it's what we shoot a lot of photography for the blog with, it is not as like quick to focus, or if you're doing a quick focus, like if you're doing an autofocus on it, I try not to do that because then you end up really hearing the sound of the focus in the mic. So I tend to like to use this one because it's easy. The autofocus is really great. Plus you just get that elevated quality and you can see on the front flip. So it's something simple. It's like a nice little bit of an upgrade. I don't super love using an iPhone because I find that the way that when you upload the content onto, I find that when you upload anything off of that into your Mac to edit, because I edit everything through Premiere Pro, that the color grading is really weird. The way the software works for me, it just drives me a little bit crazy. It's fine if I'm editing on my phone, and I've shot some content on it, but if you're looking for like a simple way to elevate your content, that would be my tip, is to upgrade your camera.
The way people teach manifestation, the way they teach law of attraction, the way capitalism works in this country, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Anything that isn't set up in a way that is on the up and up, what does it have to do with me? I don't have to do it that way. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to run my business that way. I'm not going to use my money that way. I'm not going to function that way. How I do things is between me and God, and me and my people.
Hello from Editing Savvy. I love how the editing version of any YouTuber always looks different. We have a whole face that occurs. And there's also that. So I'm editing today's vlog and I had a moment and it felt like it was something that I probably should include in here because I know I'm not the only one who deals with it, in the sense of having complicated feelings about my body. So a lot of my healing journey over the last few years has looked at understanding what my body needs, understanding how my body thrives, but also understanding the mental implications of my relationship with food, as well as just what my body looks at different times of day, styling my clothes. A lot of this has been things that I might not have realized had I not decided to step into the bubble that is known as influencing and looking at myself at all the angles all of the time. But this particular shot, I thought about completely getting rid of this footage for a few reasons. One, it looks like I'm pregnant. I'm just going to say that I am not. And that was a little triggering for me, and we can talk about that in a different episode or like another vlog, childhood trauma that goes with that. But part of the thing that I've done in the last few months is to create a daily mantra for myself that really identifies the spaces where I need the most help, need to feel supported, need to just really kind of ground myself in the day. And the first line of the mantra that I created is, I acknowledge and release steps backwards. And that for me is saying, I'm showing up today, I'm acknowledging that maybe I did this thing yesterday and it didn't really serve me, and I'm acknowledging that that is not a step in the direction I want to go, and I'm releasing it. And I'm no longer holding myself to that mistake or that moment or that learning experience, and I'm moving forward. And I know the last few years have been very different for all of us in our own ways. For me, that's a whole podcast episode, but I had the moment where I had to remind myself of that and remind myself that I don't normally look like that, that I've probably eaten something that I'm not really thinking too much about, or I've probably eaten something that doesn't necessarily thrive with my body, and I'm incredibly bloated, and that it's okay that my body looks like that at any given time, that my body is supporting me and loving me and doing all of these wonderful things. So for those of you who also have complicated feelings about your body and are working to heal your health while also getting your body to the place that you feel like deep down you're meant to be, you're not alone. I love you. And it's okay to have complicated feelings about our bodies. We just have to be able to not stay in them for forever and be able to move forward. We just got to Rosemary, and I think we're gonna do a few things while we're over here. It's a really nice day out. I'm hoping that I can get a little bit of time on the beach, but I do want to look for a book and maybe sneak around and see what stores are here. There are a few stores that have left. There's a few that are being added. I don't really know what's going on the corner over here next to Cork and Barrel. I'm like staring at Mama Vita right now, but I want to get a new book. I want to get an Americano. I want to take a little bit of time for some sunshine, and then we'll probably go back. But I did have a nice long journaling session this morning, which was what I had planned, to give myself some time to just kind of be with things, to work through some things, really kind of crafting and creating my own rules as I'm learning how to manifest. We can talk about that in depth in another video or a blog post or a podcast episode if you guys want, but just really kind of giving myself the time to acknowledge what isn't working for me, and maybe that it's not like not working overall, but the way that I'm trying to do something doesn't really work for me, and there's a better, easier way for that to happen. So that was a nice little revelation this morning, and just giving me the space to kind of let go of stuff. There are, like, if you look at the steps of manifestation, one of the last steps is, you know, letting go and receiving. And I realized during a walk maybe a couple weeks ago that was pretty much the chunk that I was having problems on. I was really able to kind of focus on stuff, but I wasn't getting to the point where I could let go and receive. And I needed to readjust my methods for doing things in order to shift into that space and for it to be easier. And now that I've kind of clicked into that a little bit more, I'm excited to see how that goes. But I'm loving this little dress from Target. It's nice and light. I ordered it with shipped, so I don't know that I would do that again, because I feel like they didn't pay as close attention to me as much as you would pay if you're like picking it up yourself, and there's little snags, and it's not the best of the best. But I wanted some more like light dresses. I really just wanted to get back into the routine of getting dressed in the morning, to wanting to get dressed and feeling like my best self. And I love dresses for that right now, just because I'm in a weird phase with my body. So dresses are easy, they're flexible, it means that I feel good in them, they work for more than one size. And then as I'm slowly kind of getting back into the flow of things and healing stuff, I just don't feel terrible when I'm trying to find stuff, and it's really complicated to fit all of the shapes of my body. So loving this dress. And if it's still, there's like a sale going on right now on Target, I will link it in the description box below if that's still happening. I think things are like 10% off a lot of the dresses.
Just dibble and dabble a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so conscious. When I kiss you, I get a spark. Your body a work of art. Horny thoughts after dark. Used to stay up late to just talk. We was moving fast, trying not to get caught. Damn, your skin so soft. Let me open up your heart, cause life too short till death do its part. Knew it from the start, you be the one I'm pushing carts with. In the supermarket, you know I love to start.